Every single time I do this makeup look, people are always shocked that this is affordable makeup products. And I'm telling you, affordable makeup products basically does the same exact thing as higher end products. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. We are going to be going over some of the best affordable makeup products that's recently been coming out, or those that's been out, especially for sensitive acne-prone skin. I've honestly been going to Ulta a lot more frequently than I have been going to Sephora, just because when Ulta, those point system, standing ovation. I'm gonna put my hair back and we're gonna get to it. I've already skin prepped my skin. If you do hear a little bit of a lisp, it's just because I have my Invisalign in. Out of all color correctors, I find the one from e.l.f. that do the job. I put it on the back of my hand just because sometimes if you use an applicator, it will break you out. Go over any areas where I have any acne, hyperpigmentation. This guy right here is super stubborn, so I'm gonna put a little bit extra on top. e.l.f. this past few years has been really popping off with their products, and they recently came out with a dewy setting spray. I think this works best to layer throughout your makeup than using it as a setting spray, because I personally don't find it to actually set my makeup. Layer it throughout your makeup. It helps your makeup blend out a little bit more easier and helping it from attaching to any dry patches or dryness in general that you might have. This is a L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. This is a medium to full coverage concealer. The few concealers I find to work best for dry to prone skin. The formulation reminds me if Territory and Hourglass had a baby with each other, this would be it. Applying on any areas where I need a little bit extra coverage, any redness, any pigmentation, a little bit underneath my under eye, not a whole lot. I want to get the foundation of this because this has been around since I was in high school, and all my friends always use this foundation, but I never did. Concealer is really hydrating and doesn't enhance any of your dryness or texture at all, and really easy to blend out. Then the e.l.f. Soft Glam Foundation. I do think this is one of my favorite affordable foundations, although I wish they would have a larger shade range because this can pull a little warm. I use a whole lot because that concealer is a medium to full coverage. Reminds me a lot of some of my most expensive foundations just by the formulation, because it blends out so easily. It's probably base products in general because there's not really that many that work well for sensitive acne-prone skin, but this past year or so they definitely have been working its way out to work well for our skin type. Recently came out with new liquid bronzer contour. This is in the shade 2, which I would personally say if you have more fair to pale skin, this is more of a bronzer shade compared to 1 that's more of a contour. Like a complementing shade on fair skin where it doesn't pull super warm to the point it looks like a Cheeto Puff. Blend out very easily and does not attach to any of your dryness or texture or breakouts you might have along your cheek. The formulation of these kind of reminds me a lot of the Ulta Beauty Dew bronzers, which is kind of impressive because I absolutely love those. So obviously when it comes to drugstore and affordable blushes, there's so many amazing good ones. Bonnie Cheek Kiss blushes. I feel like these do have a little bit of a kick of a pigment in them, which is impressive for affordable blush. It needs to be a good medium where they can be natural, or you can build with them if you want a little bit more pigment. But it provides this really natural glow to your skin, and if you have dry skin too, you know we love getting all the glowiness that we can get. I didn't know About Face Beauty came out with new loose setting powders, and these are $21. Formulation and how they wear, they remind me so much of my really expensive loose setting powders, and I haven't been able to find a really good affordable one that works well for dry acne-prone textured skin, and they did it. Lightest shade in Bow. Also have a pink powder in Finale. Packaging kind of reminds me of the Huda Beauty ones, and unfortunately I never can get the Huda Beauty loose powders to work well for my skin type. Those enhance the daylights out of my dryness detection, and I feel like they also irritated my skin unfortunately. They don't pull warm or oxidize at all, and it provides this little bit of softness and blurriness to your skin while staying really natural. Formulation reminds me a lot of the Makeup by Mario loose powder, and this one's like super blurring. Like this skin will make your skin literally look airbrushed. It still makes your skin look a little bit airbrushed, but still, like I said, a lot more natural. What that does to your skin, it just makes it so soft. Having these in my tote bag or just my bag in general if I'm going to a wedding or if I need my makeup to be super long lasting to reapply on throughout the day. This is really good using underneath your under eye. I'm gonna use their pink powder. This you gotta be really light with, because if you have pale to fair skin, this can look a little too pink. Powder on the palm of your hand and start letting it absorb into the powder puff just so it's not so overwhelming. You start applying it underneath your under eyes. Subtle rosy pink undertone. It's not really overwhelming at all. I actually just bought this, so this might just be a new impression for you and I to see if it actually works well. But NYX just came out with a Nano Brow Mechanical Pencil. Out of all things in my makeup, my brows is the one I take the most time on. I feel like this might be a little light. It definitely is a little bit lighter, but the formulation and just the applicator itself in general is really easy to use. I really like it. I probably just need to get the shade that works better it for me. Overall, I'm a fan of this. There is so many amazing affordable mascaras. L'Oreal Panorama mascara. I tried the telescopic mascara that everyone and their mom was using, and I honestly didn't think that was groundbreaking. It just combs through your lashes really well without them getting clumpy. Provides this really nice length and volume to your lashes, and plus it just doesn't cause your eyes to get really irritated and watery. I just have to hold my breath when I do my mascara. I have no idea why. Some people do like multiple layers of mascara, but honestly like one layer is enough for me. Maybelline Super Slick Brow Gel. It reminds me so much of the Rare Beauty Brow Gel, but that one's always sold out. Basically it does the same exact thing, girl, but it doesn't cause it to get gluey or residue or separate your makeup, which I feel like so many brow gels do. The past year or so I've been getting more into powder blushes than I really was before. The NYX Buttermilk powder blushes, really good. I was so surprised about these. And powder blushes, there's so many that's been coming out recently. I think this year's powder blushes, oh, there's a lot of powder blushes coming out. I don't even know what to think. Pretty easy to build with, but very pigmented. So honestly, definitely be light-handed when you are using this blush. You can go over the powder brush that you use just to tone it down a little bit. See, for lips, if you have not tried Revlon lip liners, you are missing out. I think out of all the affordable lip liners, the Revlon ones are the best. I've been using these since I was in high school, and I just keep repurchasing them because they're so good. To be like stereotypical, but they really do glide on like butter. They're so easy to use. They're very long lasting. Like they literally do not move. This is from e.l.f. Their lip oils are honestly really addicting. This is in the shade Jam Session. These are hydrating. They're not very long lasting, but really easy to use just to apply on throughout the day and just having in your bag. Setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Mister though is like a sprinkler system. I see more affordable setting sprays, especially for those that work well for sensitive acne prone skin. Yeah, makeup's eating, y'all. Makeup is eating. Well, these are affordable makeup products I've been loving recently. They've been really working well for not only sensitive eyes, but especially for sensitive acne prone skin. As always, definitely know what your guys' thoughts are, what your favorite affordable makeup products are that you've been loving or you've been loving the past few years, because I honestly always love to know. But thank you for always watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video.